It's a little chilly today. Hey everybody, it's Ryan. I'm standing here at Rockville, and in a few moments I'm going to go up to the shed and I'm going to get the 7600 and I'm going to hook up the Rhino 4155 Batwing mower. Now, this is our first time that's going to be officially hooked up. We hooked it up to get it off the trailer and back it in the shed, but it's been sitting there ever since. Hopefully, before we go out and use this thing for the first time, officially, hopefully we can get the 76 washed, because that thing is pretty muddy still from all the rainy weather we've been having. Unfortunately, they are calling for rain after today. Otherwise, I would be heading up to chop stalks, but being that it isn't, and I really want to get that Batwing mower out, I'm going to head out to one of our pastures and just take it out there, give it a little test run. You know, not do anything too destructive with it, just kind of see how it runs and see how loud it is and see how smooth it is and everything else, just to get a test drive out of it. So I'm going to head over to the milk house and I'm going to get the PTO. I got to get the PTO on the Batwing mower before I can start hooking it up. So let's head over there. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that that's the one. Oh! It's a heavy sucker. Wow. It's like crushing my shoulder. So I have the PTO hooked up, hitch hooked up, safety chain hooked up. Now I gotta start working on the hydraulics. And they have a color coding system over here where each of them are marked. And I'm not exactly sure whether you're supposed to raise each wing separately or whether these two are supposed to be on the same one or not. So I'm going to play around with it and see what I can do. All right, remove the safety stops. I've got to remove this one yet, but I can't do that until I get the hydraulics working properly. All right, I think I should have this set straight now. So there's different colors on these hydraulics. The wings are set to be operated independently, and as you can see, red and blue I think are supposed to be set for the first hydraulic, and the green is supposed to be on the second SCV, yellow is supposed to be on the third. Now, in theory, this should work. I'm not totally convinced yet. Yes. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, we are in business. Let's take this bad boy out for a test run and see what you can do. All right, I got the Rhino 4155 mower on the back, and I am going to be heading out to the pasture to see if I can find some kind of brush to cut, just because I really want to test this thing out. going out to the client pasture, which is the pasture out of my place. And I think out here we have the highest chance for seeing some brush. And the gate's open, so easy access. So we've done pretty good at keeping up the pastures as far as keeping the brush down. So I'll only be able to do like an outside pass, but I want to see what this thing can do anyway. So let's go. So I got to do a couple of rounds with the Rhino 4155, and I have to say this is probably one of my most favorite things that I've used in the last 6 months. It's right up there with the New Holland. This thing is awesome, and it really doesn't take much from dirt. It can eat quite a bit of dirt. Totally my fault, on accident. Whoops. But yeah, this thing, I'm really looking forward to using it to cut corn stalks. But unfortunately, the rain that I was talking about earlier is here. So I don't know when we're going to be able to cut stalks. I just really wanted to get this thing out, run it, to see how quiet it is. And it actually is so quiet that obviously you're going to have your standard noise, but from up in the cab, the shield over here stopped rotating, which is perfectly normal. But I couldn't even tell that this side was running over here, except for the fact that whenever I'd run something over, like brush or anything, it would come out the other end completely tore up. So, I mean, it is pretty quiet. So, I'm satisfied with this thing so far, but I really can't wait to just keep using it to cut corn stalks, which is our other purpose. And then this summer, it's going to make quick work of doing these pasture hillsides too. So, anyway, I guess it's time to go back to the farm.